Hello everyone. In this video, we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 6, and the name of the chapter is Linear Inequalities. This chapter is very important for class 12. Some of the concepts related to linear inequalities is used in one of the chapter called Linear Programming Problem of class 12. So let us start with this chapter. So before starting this chapter, we have to make a concept to distinguish between what is linear equation and what is linear inequalities. So linear equation you are always familiar with, and you have solved a lot of questions related to linear equation in one variable and linear equation in two variable, and also you have solved the word problems related to it till class 10. So linear equation means the equations which have the highest exponent of variable as 1 and gives a straight line when plotted in the graph. So highest exponent of variable here it should be 1, because if it is 2 then we call it quadratic equation. So example of linear equation here is 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So here the variable is x and the power of x here is 1. So we call it linear equation in one variable. And this is the example of second linear equation. But here two variable is used and the power of x and y is 1. So it is called linear equation in two variable. So if we plot this, then we'll also get the straight line on the graph. Now let us discuss about the linear inequalities. It is an inequality which involves a linear function. A linear inequality contains one of the symbol of inequality. So this linear inequality also contains a linear function. So linear function here is 5x plus 6 and here also 2x plus 3. The same linear function will be contained either in one variable or two variable, but the difference here is in linear inequalities, one of the inequality symbol is used. So what are these inequality symbols? The inequality symbols are this first one, which is less than, and this is another which is greater than. This is the third symbol which is less than or equal, and this is the fourth symbol which is greater than or equal. So in linear inequalities, one of these four symbols will be used instead of equals to sign. So for an example, 5x plus 6 is less than 0. Here the inequality symbol less than is used, and there is only one variable and the power of x here is 1. This we call it linear inequality in one variable. And another example is 2x plus 3y greater or equals to 9. So here two variable is used, x and y, and both the variable have the power 1, and inequality symbol greater or equal is used. So we call this as linear inequalities in two variables. This is all about linear equations and linear inequalities. Just like linear equations, these linear inequalities can also be plotted in the graph. Now before solving the problems related to linear inequality, we must know the rules. Altogether here there are two rules. So let us first discuss about the rule number 1. Equal number may be added to or subtracted from both sides of an inequality without affecting the sign of inequality. So in linear inequality, just like in linear equations in algebra, here also we can add or subtract the same number both the sides, and it will not affect the inequality sign. So for an example, so here we consider a linear inequality in one variable, 2x plus 3 less than 0. So according to rule 1, we can add or subtract same number both sides of this linear inequality. So here I am adding 8 to the left side and to the right side also, and making these changes will not affect the inequality symbol. So here if we simplify, then we will get 2x plus 11 which is less than 8. So this is for addition. To this equation, if we subtract equal number from both the sides, then also it will not affect the inequality symbol. So here, after subtracting 6 from both the sides, the symbol remains as it is. So we can add or subtract equal number from both the sides. Now we discuss about the rule number 2. Both sides of an inequality can be multiplied or divided by the same positive number, but when both sides are multiplied or divided by a negative number, then the sign of inequality is reversed. So if we multiply or divide by any positive number on both sides of the inequality, then it will not affect the symbol. But if we multiply or divide with a negative number on both the sides, then the sign of inequality will be reversed. If it is greater than, then by multiplying with a negative number on both the sides, it will be less than. So for example, I have taken here linear inequalities in one variable. 30x plus 5 is less than or equals to 60. So if we multiply by a positive number on both the sides, then this sign of inequality will not get affected. So here I am multiplying by positive number, that is 2, on both the sides, and on doing so, this sign of inequality will not be affected. So it will be 60x plus 10 is less than or equals to 120. But if we multiply with negative number on both the sides, this symbol of inequality will get affected. For an example, the same inequality I have multiplied by a negative number minus 2. As soon as you multiply with the negative number, then the sign which is here less than or equal will be greater than or equal. So this must be kept in mind. As soon as you multiply by a negative number, then the symbol of inequality will be reversed. So if it is less than or equals to, it will be greater than or equal to. If it is less than, it will be greater than. If it is greater than, it will be less than. And we can simplify here. Minus 60 minus 10 greater than or equal to minus 120. So this rule number 2 is quite important. And here I have taken only example for multiplication with positive number and negative number. And the same will be applicable if we divide with a positive number or if we divide with a negative number. So if we divide with a positive number, then it will not affect the symbol of inequality. But if we divide by a negative number, then the symbol of inequality will be reversed. Whatever knowledge that we have gained from the theory part just now is useful in solving some of the questions from exercise 6.1. So let us solve question number 2. And the question is, solve minus 12x greater than 30 when x is a natural number and also when x is an integer. So you already know what is natural number, what is integer. So first we solve this linear inequality. In the left hand side of this linear inequality, the coefficient of x here is minus 12. So because of this minus sign, we have to divide by minus 12 in order to solve this linear inequality. But we have to keep in mind, as soon as we divide by a negative number, the sign got reversed. So here we are dividing the linear inequality both sides by minus 12. In the left hand side, minus 12 will get cancelled and the remaining here will be x. So x less than minus 30 by 12. Again here in the right hand side, there is a common factor between the numerator and denominator. So we can cancel by 6. So 6 2 is 12, 6 5 is 30. X less than minus 5 by 12. So this is the solution of linear inequality. Now here we have to find the value of x for which x is a natural number. So if you divide, you will get minus 2.5. So as we already know that natural number is never negative. So due to this reason, there is no natural number less than minus 5 by 2. The natural number means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes on and on. Thus, when x is a natural number, there is no solution of the given inequality. Now the second B, we have to solve for x where x is an integer. The integer less than minus 5 by 2 are minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8. So it goes on and on. So we put dot 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 here instead of writing them. If we divide 5 by 2, then we will get 2.5. So including this sign, it will be minus 2.5. And the number which is to the left of minus 2 in the number line is always less than minus 2.5. So that numbers I have written here. So if we look at to the number line, in the right side of 0, there will be a positive number, and to the left side of the 0, there will be a negative number. In this number line, minus 1 is greater than minus 2, and this minus 2 is greater than minus 3. So numbers which are to the left are smaller than the number which is to the right. So this minus 5 by 2 will lie somewhere here. So the number which is to the left of minus 2.5 is minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. It goes on and on. Thus, when x is an integer, the solution of the given inequality are, so here I have just written oppositely. According to the number line, it will be dot 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 minus 5, minus 4, minus 3. So whether we write in this way or we write in this way, both are same. And hence, in this case, when x is an integer, the solution set is minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and dot dot dot. So which represents more negative integer number. Now here are 3 questions that should be completed by yourself. Don't forget to use the 2 rules that we have already learned before. And if you use the rule here, you will definitely get the answer.